How is it possible to love and hate the motor trade? When you do the job well and you've got happy customers, when you're always pleased to see people and you sort the problems out, it's all good. You go to work looking forward to it. You know, usually you've got some friends, you've got a good team. You have kind of a laugh with the mechanics. When I worked at Chorley Autos, there's obviously a lot of give and take with the mechanics. If you want anything doing quickly, any PDIs doing quickly, you've got to be on the right side, otherwise they'll just put you to the back. One of my colleagues took a car in part exchange that was exactly the same as one of the mechanics' cars, and this car had a roof bar set and a roof rack. Now, you don't get any more for a car for having a roof rack on. And the mechanic asked if he could have the roof rack, and he said no. And from then on, every time he went in the workshop, all the mechanics booed him. Now, one of the lads found out I was taking flying lessons, and every time I went in the workshop, they all started humming the James Bond theme. But it was even better than that, because they liked me. If anybody went in the workshop to have the car serviced and mentioned that they were looking for a new car, they'd ring me. Baz, get to the front door. There's a customer coming over looking for a new car. So you've got to, you've got to be fair with everybody. You've got to be fair with the mechanics. You've got to help them when you can. Certainly not look down on. I mean, I don't look down on anybody. I can't. Like they say, the only time you should look down on somebody is when you're helping them up. So that's my philosophy. I've always been all right, and I've always done the job properly. I've never ripped people off. A deal, the definition of a deal is a mutually beneficial agreement between two or more parties. As I've said before, EVs are not a mutually beneficial deal between any parties. Nobody flipping. The only people who are benefiting from EV sales are the people who make red ink, because that's all you see. Losses, reductions, it's all red ink. The red ink manufacturers have never had it so good. They're praying that our stupid government keep the ZEV mandate, because they'll be multimillionaires. But as I say, what I hate, and everywhere you go, you always get one. You always get one who thinks they can sell cars, not by putting in the work, but by trying to cheat the system, or trying to rip somebody else's deal off, rip somebody else's customer, sit there, let somebody else do the work, and then try and nick the customer on your day off, something like that. Or you get the fancy sales managers. You can always tell them. Shiny suits, just a bit too short, pants just a bit too short, so you can see the pointy shoes and the white socks. And of course they've got like the tappers on the bottom, so when they walk around the showroom, you can hear them coming like a horse trotting through the showroom. You can spot them a mile off. I can spot them a mile off. And it really gets me, because they spoil the motor trade for everybody else, and they spoil it for the customers too, because they think they can just, these EV people, they think they can sell EVs by giving more stuff away, when what they should be doing is adding value to electric vehicles, getting bums on seats, showing customers, taking them for a drive, showing them how easy it is to charge, telling them how much it would cost them to get a home charger, going through the weekly drives, the yearly drives. Okay, when would you actually need to charge at a public charger? Could you manage it so you just charge at home? Because if you can, I'll show you how much money you can save, and the convenience of not going to the fuel station. Do you know what? When I was using my EV just solely to go backwards and forwards to work, I actually lost weight. And the reason I lost weight is normally when I was going to my Range Rover, I was going once or twice a week to the fuel station. And as you're queuing up for the fuel station, you go past the big chocolate counter. I'll have one of them. I lost weight. It was great. So that's an advantage. To me, that is a huge benefit. However, the opposite's true, because when you have to go to a public charger, they're normally outside McDonald's, KFC, I don't know, Subway, or a motorway service station. So what do? If you've got to charge for an hour? You go and have a McDonald's. I would imagine the money that EVs are saving and sort of saving the planet, it's probably costing us more with a national health bill for obesity and heart disease and stuff like that. Right, but get to the point. What is it you hate about the motor trade? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you. Auto Trader, we'll go to electric cars. Electric cars, there's 42,723 electric cars, up about 25% in a couple of months. And the sales aren't up 25%. So what does that tell you? Right. We'll now we'll search the electric vehicles, and then we'll just put in a couple of filters. First of all, forget relevance, because that's a stupid Auto Trader search. All relevance means is that somebody has paid a bit more to get their car in front of your eyes than somebody else. It's no more relevant to you. It's just made them a bit more money, in my understanding. So we'll go to most recent, and then we'll go to year. We'll go up to 2026, 2026 there. There's 387 2026 registered EVs now. And when we look at the mileage, you'll see there, oh look, there's one at 20,000 miles. Let's have a look at the 20,000 mile one. We'll just do 20,000 miles, 15,000 search. So we'll look at that. There we go, look. One owner, low mileage, 18,000 miles. It's a 2026 75 model at £10,990. And you'll see there, the registration number is RX70 FYU. So that's a 2020 into September 2020. We'll just go into there. Mondale Cars. Description. First registered, the 1st of the 1st, 2026. Oh, that's brilliant. Discover the 2026 Peugeot E208 Active. Auto Trader, for f***'s sake, check your adverts. It's a disgrace. You are a joke. You are telling dealers how to sell cars. You can't even advertise them, and that's your one job. You've got one job and you're failing massively. Check the shit that you're putting out on this media. Can you not do that? Do you want me to come and show you? I'll tell you what, let me do a webinar for you to show you how to advertise cars, to show you how you can just pick up like this. £10,990 for a 2026 car, and it's got 18,000 miles on when we're only 6 weeks into 2026. That's just making a mockery of everything and everybody's adverts when stuff like that comes up. Get your act together. Stop telling us what to do. Concentrate on what you should be doing, your one job that you're getting paid for, advertising cars correctly. Garbage in, garbage out. How do you think that affects Prices, the pricing algorithm. A 2026 with 18,000 mile on at £10,990. How do you think it? Not good, is it? And honestly, the other thing that gets me is the smug faces when they're going on about their data and that dealers have got it wrong. They're not charging enough for some cars. No, the dealers have got it right. You've got it wrong. But they can't see it. If it was me, I'd be thinking, geez, why would a dealer be selling an EV at £3,000 less than it's worth? Less than we think it's worth. It's what it's actually worth. So again, you go here, look, 3,000 mile, a Porsche, 3,000 miles. I'll show my horse in Burton's window if that's done 3,000 mile. They're just, again, fooling the algorithm, trying to pretend that a car with 3,000 miles on brings that amount of money. Let's just have a look. Do you know what? There's no description. There's no description, so I can't see what date it's registered. I'll just do a little trick. It was first registered on the 9th of January, 2026. So they're saying it's done 3,000 miles in a few weeks. I'm calling bullshit. Just spoiling it, just spoiling all garbage in, garbage out. Garbage information in, garbage information out. Here, 1 mile, Volkswagen ID4, there's not even a photograph of it. BMW iX2, again, look at that. 2,497 miles, BMW iX2, description. 14th of the 1st, 2026, Polestar. Genesis, look at that, Genesis, saved £28,145. Here, Vauxhall Mocha, saved £14,993. See when that was registered. Vauxhall Toomey, description, read full description. 30th of the 1st, 2026. 14,995 divided by, what's that, 34,930 percent, 43% has been knocked off that vehicle. 43%. Do you think that's because they're selling so well? No, it's not, is it? It's because they're not selling at all and they're having to buy business and in the process ruining the motor trade. See that one, that Genesis, 28,145 divided by 76,535%, 36.75% off 25 miles. Okay, again, fire blankets, Genesis, G80. What was that? Was that a G80? Where's it gone? That's a G80, so that's 48,390, 26, 75 plate, dual motor, luxuries, luxury. As I say, fire blankets, Porsche Macan, Sitners, Kia EV4s, more Kia EV4s, Audi Q4 e-tron, Volkswagen ID Buzz, brand new, it's got there. Oh gosh, I wonder who that is. So we'll go there. Volkswagen Van Centre, Volkswagen ID Buzz at £62,735. Sounds like a lot of money to me. First registered 10th of the 2nd, 2026. They say it was registered. Was it? I'm thinking that that vehicle is not registered. I'm thinking that they have put it, a brand new car, a brand new ID Buzz, in the used section, which will be buoying up the used prices of the VW ID Buzz. Dirty trick. I can virtually describe the sales manager to you without even seeing him. I can tell you what he looks like and get as many Lovely car, Renault 5, Mercedes-Benz G-Class there, 87 miles, 182,950, an MG4 there. See what the MG4 is, 10,795 divided by 33,290%, nearly 33% off. You remember that report about the EVs being the cheapest, getting the most discount off EVs in the UK? That wasn't the truth. Because, as I've said before, they try and hide the discounts by pre-registering them and knocking a fortune off them. They don't show it off new cars, but they pre-register it and then they hide the discount in used car sales. Somebody tell the SMMT, will they? Somebody tell Car Dealer. Somebody tell AM Online. Somebody tell Fleet News. Somebody tell the evangelists. Tell them all the figures are bull. More here. An Alpine there, lovely Alpine. Some more Polestars, look, they've pre-registered a load of Polestars. There's another one there. Oh, look, it's the same people. Let me just see. That's, what does it say? That was listed on the 9th of the 2nd, 2025. Volkswagen Van Centre Wrexham. Description. Read description. 1st of the 2nd, 2026. But again, no registration number. So, on my little check, no registration number. So again, I'm assuming that that's a brand new vehicle. It says it's practically new, but it's got no registration. So I would say again that that is a brand new vehicle advertised in the used car section, cocking up prices. Kias, more Kias under fire blankets. Polestars, look. And a Q4 e-tron under a fire blanket. Renault 5s, Kia EV4s under fire blankets. BYD Sea Lion, MG S5, arriving soon. Peugeot E3008s, nearly new. Kias, more Kias under fire blankets. What a state this is. More Peugeots, MGs. These are 2026s. They're already registering, pre-registering 2026 models because they know they haven't got a cat in hell's chance of hitting the target. They know that they're already behind from last year and the year before, and they've borrowed from the future. They're way, way behind. The hole's filling in. And you get these stupid people. Oh yeah, they've done the target. Get them sat there in the half-mast pants with the training shoes on for the team photo. They've never worked in the motor trade. They work for a lobbyist group, but they know more than the motor trade. They know more than the traders. They know more than the, well, I was going to say they know more than the SMMT, but it would appear that everybody knows more than the SMMT, so that's not really a good example. Dacia, the cheapest EV, Dacia Springs, with virtually well over a third off them. I think I worked it out at 33% off the cheapest vehicle. So they're under 10 grand for a brand new vehicle with 10 miles on. More Renault 5s with fire blankets, more Dacia Springs, more Volkswagen ID7s. But you see what I want to show you. Let me just go back here. So I'm going to, what am I going to do? I'm going to change the 2026s. I'm going to change that. I'm going to knock that out. So it's up to 2026. Mileage I'm going to put to 100. I've said it before and I will say it again. If you don't do anything else when you're searching for a car on Auto Trader, if you ignore everything else, make sure you download AT Price Tracker. Go get Google Chrome as your browser, download the plugin AT Price Tracker, and it will give you all these. Look, listed today, 16th to the 2nd. Tells you all that. But what you want to be looking at, There's that Genesis. We'll just scroll down a little bit further. Arnold Clark. The UK's best used car deals, guaranteed. Right, for instance there, look. It's the 16th of the 2nd today. This one, Volkswagen ID5. On the 14th of the 2nd, 2026, it was first advertised at £30,498. On the 16th of the 2nd, 2026, it was reduced to £29,198. So that's already been reduced by £1,300. Or has it? Why do you think they did that? Why do you think on the 14th of this month, Valentine's Day, why do you think they didn't know they were going to advertise that at £29,198? Let's just have a look inside. We'll see when it was registered. Description, read full description. 30th of the 6th, 2025. So you'd have to wonder where that vehicle has been. 30th of the 6th, 2025. Where's it been till the 16th of February, 2026? Nearly 8 months. Where's it been? Let's have a look at the seller's website. Save £16,612 on cost new today. 16,000 quid. It's done 13 miles. So it's dropped over £1,000 for each mile it's done. It's not the worst thing though. Here's another one, Peugeot E2008. Advertised on the 13th of the 2nd, 22,998. And on the 16th of the 2nd, it was reduced to 21,998. We'll just go in there. Description, read full description. 25th of the 9th, 2025. So that was registered, pre-registered in September. First advertised a couple of days ago. Where do you think that's been? Visit seller website. Vauxhall Corsa Electric, Vauxhall Corsa Electric. First listed on the 10th of the 2nd, 2026. And there we go, 19,998. On the 14th, reduced to 18,998. Falkirk, SC75, FZH, 18,998. Reduced to 18,998 on the 14th. Visit seller website. Save £1,000. 19,998. 18,998. Just look at all these Cupra Tavascans. Even more Kias. More Peugeots. Xpeng G6. Pre-reg. You've seen how Chinese EVs are flying off the shelves. Can't get enough of them. Outselling everything else. So why do you think they're having to knock 10 grand off that one? Xpeng G6. £29,990. Save £10,000. Overview, description, read full description. 30th of the 12th, 2025. Why do you think that they're having to pre-register a Chinese EV when they're selling so well and knock £10,000 off it? There you go, Sitner. Plus £4,000, advertised on the 10th of the 2nd, 2026 at £62,000. On the 11th of the 2nd, 2026, it was increased by £4,000. The Motor Trade. Just look at all these. $10 miles. Oh look, there's an ID Buzz that actually is registered and is 20 odd £1,000 cheaper than those other ones that are further up. I wonder why that is. Vauxhall minus 12,000. More Dacias. I'm afraid, look at all these Dacias. I'm afraid the motor trade circling the plug hole, and the pointy shoed, white socked, shiny suited sales managers out there aren't helping it. We're going to get rid of them all, get people who know what they're doing, get bums on seats, explain things to people, don't talk down to them, don't call them an idiot and uneducated if they don't want to buy an EV. They don't want to buy one. Be nice to them, let them walk, and find another customer. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye bye.